All right, welcome to another Caine conversation with myself, Peter Hannon, and Mr. Toby Campbell.
Pete, how's it going?
I'm good, thanks, Toby. We're here to talk about property, and there is a huge amount of headlines in the paper, and it seems like a pretty complex issue at the moment, Toby.
Yeah, oh, look, there's conflicting articles everywhere. Some of them don't make sense, really, and some, well, they're totally different one day to the next. So I thought let's cover off on a few of the articles that we've seen.
Yep.
Well, mostly the headlines, and then we'll talk about it at a bit of a ground level, what's happening actually on the street. So I've got a few headlines that I got that have come out in the last couple of days. So the ABC came out with Housing Outlook, Moderate to Glim. That was back in February. Property market under attack on many fronts. That was the Australian. And then yesterday, the Domain, Melbourne's median house price soars to $843,000 in the March quarter, so up 7%. Definitely conflicting arguments there.
Yeah, look, and I would have to 100% agree with you that even in the last week, I've seen headlines from the same paper, one saying that the investor interest loans crackdown will have no effect. Today, the headline is that the sun is setting on the housing boom. It's for everyday people that are out there, I can understand that it's really hard to actually go, well, what's going to happen?
It's confusing, yeah. So let's just talk about, instead of having an opinion on it, let's just talk about what you're seeing on the ground. What are buyers saying to you? What's the feel out there in the marketplace?
Right. I can say in the area, that inner city Melbourne, that we are just seeing, it really comes down to supply and demand.
Definitely.
People are certainly holding on to their properties longer now. We've talked about it in this Caine conversation before. There has been decline in the level of volume of property available, and it's making it harder for buyers.
There hasn't been a decline in buyers. There's
demand's
similar,
there.
maybe even more, because there's the population growth.
Yeah.
But with the supply down, it means supply and demand, the prices go up.
So prices are still driving upwards.
Definitely.
So we haven't seen that change. And look, it's important. Like, if you're out there looking to buy, you've got to look into the ins and outs of the investment, what you want it to do for you over the time, how long you're going to buy for. Talk to us, we're there to help. If you tell us what you need and what your sort of future plans are, or where you want to live, we can help do that.
Exactly, there's properties available in all price ranges. Really, if you go, no matter where you go, there's properties available in every price range. Yes, it's expensive to buy a house in a special suburb in the inner east of Melbourne, where the average house price is $1.6 million, which is, it's a lot of money. It's not usually the first purchase for someone, it's their third, fourth purchase. They've made their way up the property ladder to get there. And back to buyers, it's not, with these properties and financing and all these issues that come about, I've never, not this year, we had an issue with someone getting finance on a property. Have you seen an issue with it? And so banking restrictions tightening up.
Yeah.
It's yet to trickle down to this level, which I guess we're on the ground.
It won't change. It's an Australian dream to own a home, and that's not going to change. And good properties will always sell.
Good properties always sell. So let's talk about good properties. What have we got on at the moment, and what can we have to talk about?
Got a few really beautiful apartments. One in East Melbourne, number one at 109 George Street.
109 George Street. Now that's an important building for the suburb, really. Let's have a chat about that.
Yeah, well, actually, so it was built in the 1930s. It's a heritage building. Actually, the architect that was commissioned to design the block of apartments, she was the first female to be awarded her Bachelor of Architecture from the University of Melbourne.
Yeah, okay.
So that's a pretty...
And this is her first property coming out of university?
First property. And it's got an interesting story. It's a beautiful home inside, lovely big sized rooms, and of course that building is just, that style, it's incredible.
And that goes to auction on the...
29th of April. If you haven't, even if it's something that you, just for the love of that sort of architecture, please come through.
Yeah. Art Deco.
Yeah.
It ticks all the boxes for a lot
Indeed.
of people.
We've also got another auction that weekend, which is in the Old Foy and Gibson warehouses in Collingwood.
Yep.
Again, a real piece of history for Melbourne. Fantastic high ceilings, beautiful big original beams. It's a terrific property.
All right, excellent. Well, let's leave it there. But of course, if you are looking to buy property, sell property, or even just want to have a conversation about the market, we're here to talk. We're here to have that conversation. So if you want to pop a call in on 03 8413 8000, or just visit caine.com.au and you can get in contact with us that way. Other than that, thanks for tuning in.
Thanks
We'll see you at one of our opens.
Cheers.
See you.